Hey, welcome to Shooting the Breeze. I'm Taker's Minion. I'm supposed to have Prince Master Lopez and Mr. Dr. Sen. Mr. Dr. Senju is from Japan. Apparently, he's unavailable at the moment, as is Prince Master Lopez. However, I have Sal Rupo Cusimano here with me, who is filling in on my debut show. What a way to start! Yeah, this is basically, I'm an old school guy. I'm pretty sure Sal's a new schooler. Started around the Attitude Era.
Actually, no, later than that. I started in 2007.
Oh wow, so you are new school,
Yeah.
and he's filling in with me, filling in for today for me on my debut, which already sounds like it's going to be a joke. But anyway, deep into that, I want to talk about the week that was for the women. Where at Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, we had all three shows made event by women's matches. Raw first. We had the five, I believe it was five, yeah, five or six.
Six, I think.
Yeah, six women in a gauntlet match, which is kind of ironic because late last week I was sitting in the nightly, which is where I hang out most of the time, and I mentioned something, because they brought up it was Tuesday night. They talked about redoing the Money in the Bank ladder match the previous Tuesday, and I said, why do that? Why don't they do a gauntlet match? Obviously, somebody was reading from WWE and took the idea to Raw.
You know,
What's that, sir?
I was gonna say it isn't a bad idea considering you don't see gauntlet matches a lot.
No, it's a rare gimmick match that, like I said, old school guy. I prefer one on one. I prefer a ranking system. Rank everybody. When they wrestle amongst the ranked competitors, they either move up or move down based on how they do. Kind of like the boxing world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it makes
Go ahead.
it makes sense to me. I mean, it's kind of good to have that hierarchy, and the gauntlet match is a really good way to easily establish that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. In that match, we had Nia Jax, Mickey James, Bailey, Donna Brooke, and I believe it was Sasha Banks, right? Or did I mention that one already?
And Emma.
And Emma, that's right, Emma. For Emma.
Yeah.
And it started out with Bailey and Nia Jax.
And Bailey got murked.
Yeah, and again, Bailey recently got squashed.
Yeah.
I do not know why the WWE is killing their killing her like that.
I don't either, man. I don't know what to do with her, really. That's the issue. It's like they've killed her. It should have been impossible to screw up, but the fact of the matter is they screwed it up.
Of course.
Now the question is, what do they do with her? And that's something I don't know. Maybe just have her lay low and come back as like Sting, like he did that. I don't know.
Yeah, that's about right. I mean, it's I just got a message from Mr. Dr. Cindy, so I think he's on his way in.
All right.
He had to run out and get something, but still having you here, you might as well stick it out for a little while. We know that you're from Disney's wacky world of wrestling, and first of all, I want to say right now, I appreciate you guys jumping back an hour on short notice. Because I brought this up yesterday in the daily that I was debuting today at 10 a.m. Central Time, which caused a scheduling conflict for you and Fizz.
Oh, hey, don't worry about it, man. Like I told you, I'm free pretty much anytime after 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fridays. So moving back an hour was no issue for me at all. And I'm always happy to help you guys out.
I appreciate it. I'm glad you came in and pitched it for us.
Oh, yeah, it's no problem at all.
It's like I said, you're welcome to stay or if you wish. That's entirely up to you once it gets here.
Yeah, I'll stick around for a little bit. Why not? I have nothing better to do anyway.
And congratulations on your acceptance to college. I saw that this morning.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, man, that transfer stuff was a pain, but it went through really well. I'm happy about that. I was actually worried because my transfer script thing got a little bungled, and I had to redo it. So the fact that I went through was great, but
Good, good.
but getting back to Bailey, it's one of those issues where it's like, what do you do with her? Make her sting? I don't know. You got to redo something with her.
I say turn her heel. I think she could actually pull it off. I get a lot of grief over that. I say the same thing about Becky. Becky's doing a good job her too.
Yeah, I could see Becky being a good heel, and according to Fish, she was a pretty good heel on the Indies, so I could see it. I'm just not 100% sold on it, mainly because, in spite of everything, her merch sales are still apparently really good. I feel like they need to do something, though, because something has gone wrong, and they need to make a change. Whether that be a heel turn, whether that be a character switch a little bit, I don't know, but it's clear what they're doing isn't working.
Obviously. I mean, it's a little, Naya is booked like a monster.
Yep.
And, she is a monster. Well, Mr. Dr. Senju, greetings and salutations, sir. We're not hearing you. Let me get his audio squared away. Because I don't have him muted or anything, and I bumped his volume up.
I can't hear anything.
Well, like I said, Nia Jax is a monster. She basically dragged down Bayley, and Samoan dropped her for a 10, 1, 2, 3. Next up, I believe, was Mickey James came in next, correct?
Who was it next? Dana, I think?
No, was it Dana? No, it was Mickey James. Dana, I think, was last.
Oh, yeah, Mickey James.
And Mickey James started with a little bit of offense. Basically, got put in the bear hole, and it was pretty much different from what I could see.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that.
I said Mickey James was basically squashed by Nia.
Oh, yeah, she was. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm thinking, wait, did my headphones go? No, you're good. But yeah, no, Mickey, she did. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of the story throughout this match, was that Nia was pretty much a nigh unstoppable force.
Right.
And, right. I kind of feel like Nia, I like her personality. She seems like a really nice person. I don't know if she's the right person to make a nigh unstoppable force, because she hasn't really been good at it.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's kind of like with Titus, where it's like, the dude's a great guy, it's just he's not very good in ring, and I almost kind of feel bad saying that.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, he's not all that great in the ring, but I'll tell you, Titus is one hell of a talker.
Yeah. And he's done some great work with Tozawa and stuff like that, but that's a bit later. Yeah, so Mickey got murdered. Then Dana came out and she got murdered.
Yeah. What is with the backflip into the corner? Is that one of her moves?
I have no idea anymore, man.
I mean, there you are. We're hearing you a little bit now.
Hang on.
There you are.
Hang on. There we go. There we go. Okay.
All right, MBS, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sal came in.
Thank you. Finally, I just needed to switch headphones. So there we go.
Okay.
Hello, Mr. Dr. Senju.
Hello, Sal. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I've seen you a bit around the site. I haven't really talked with you much, but it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Yeah, I've heard stuff from Taker, so don't worry.
Hopefully, it's good stuff.
It is.
It is good.
I didn't say anything bad about anybody unless they treat you wrong.
Yeah, sure. Everything's good. Everything is good from Taker's end, so don't worry about that.
All right.
But we were talking about the Raw Women's Ladder match from Monday night.
Mm-hmm. basically the only thing I'd say about nitpicking is that they were so busy making Nia Jax look strong by basically building her up and then just leaving her on the side. That's the only thing I say would be a nitpick. Because why would you still start building Nia as a dominant force and then just not stick your whole eggs in the basket?
That is actually a good point. I mean, they're trying to make her a thing, even though she really has.
Sal, you dropped
Sally
off.
dropped off again.
Oh, jeez.
There you are.
Jeez.
I mean,
Not my mic.
But he gave it a
we're basically we're shooting the breeze, and we are actually shooting every single thing out from the foot.
Yeah, exactly. I think we might as well just scrap it and be like, hey, we'll be up tomorrow or something.
Yeah, we'll be up tomorrow.
It's gonna go out. It's gonna go out.
Yeah, guys, I think you guys should take this whole show tomorrow because we're just shooting our foot right now.
Nah, it's fine.
I don't care.
No, okay, as you were saying, so.
Yeah, that is a good point you bring up about Nia. They keep trying to build her up, but she hasn't been living up to that expectation of her, I mean, they keep trying to make her a thing and then pulling back. I mean, I don't know if they should either stop trying to make her a thing or stop trying to pull back. Just do one or the other.
Vince gonna Vince.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in a sense, I could see where they're going because they wanted to make the women strong. But if you wanted to make her so dominant, put all the eggs in the basket and show her that she is dominant, because that's the only thing. That's not the only way you could build women. Sure.
Well, didn't they do something similar like this with her in NXT? I mean, they had her as a dominant force in NXT, and then
yeah, true.
And she lost to Bayley in a championship match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's say I think the difference here is the large number of crowds in Raw and SmackDown on the main roster, rather than the smaller crowds on the NXT. It's kind of like the volume. It kind of like how the people in NXT would pick up things faster, rather than just we have to build her in 1 or 2 episodes. We can just build her in one go on NXT, and that would be awesome.
True, but for us hardcore old school guys, I mean, seeing her as a and who here is going to deny the fact that Nia Jax is a hoss? I don't care.
She is a hoss.
She can go.
Sure, she can go. I feel like
go ahead.
I was gonna say I feel like Nia's biggest issue is that she kind of lacks that killer presence in a way. I've mentioned this before. Like she's big, but she doesn't really have the same intimidating presence that even though someone like Alexa Bliss does. I think it's mostly her facial reactions.
Because what Alexa Bliss has in intimidation is that she has a lot more range on emotional expressions. She can show that she's pissed. She can show that she's angry. She can beat you like a pulp with just an emotion.
Yeah.
With Nia, you only have the physical presence. You only have the physical sense of intimidation, but there's no portrayal of emotion that could allow you to feel any sense that, oh shit, she is going to crush me.
Well, maybe she needs to go to the rock school. He is a cousin.
Yeah, I honestly think if Nia did get some better expressions, I think it would help her out a lot because I see something there. I just don't think it's fully realized.
Yeah, there's an ember there.
Mm-hmm.
Something that could turn into a fire.
There's a spark that could turn into a fire, but she hasn't found it yet. Even when she's down in NXT, she hasn't found it yet. She just hasn't found that salt and pepper, that good enough mix to make her character into a believable force. Sure, she has the intimidation, physical presence, the power she has. She just needs to alter in her way of emoting.
Yeah.
I'm saying that correctly? I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, no, I agree with all of that.
But yeah, okay. Send her to the Rock's school of trying to put a character up.
Yeah.
I'll agree on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that would probably be the best.
Yeah.
One of the best is film emotions.
Yeah.
You know, I said
Ladies and gentlemen.
there we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we might have lost Taker again.
No, I think I'm here now.
Okay.
All right.
This
Okay.
damn headset's so old.
Yeah.
We all need to switch headsets.
Yeah, I'm looking at getting. I've got a headset. I'll get the table mount microphone. The hell with it.
Yeah.
This, I think,
Send her to the Rock School of Emotional Selling. Yeah, that'll work.
yeah. Because the only thing that she needs is just a little bit more time in working on her expressions and her delivery of how to say emotional way.
Yeah, her emotional delivery, her like her face, especially. Like a lot of times, she just kind of has like a blank face, and you know, you kind of need to show that in your facial expressions. It's like one of the most important things for a wrestler.
Yeah. You need to be able to sell with your eyes, like I was saying about Alexa Bliss. There's a few gifs out there that the eyes alone, I call them the taker eyes, because I mean, she can just
Yeah, no, she really does kind of have a little bit of like old school Taker to her, and just her eyes. I mean, someone else who does a good job with that is the Miz, who's my absolute favorite. So.
Oh God, don't get me started.
What? No fans of the Miz here?
I don't like the Miz.
You have to understand the Taker. The Taker really doesn't like him. I don't know why.
I know the Miz's great.
I dealt with people like him in school, and I'll tell you what. Down in their mouth then, and I want to smack the tape on it. When WWE was in my town.
Oh God! Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
And Miz and Ambrose were going with an IC match, and Miz threw him out of the ring, and Ambrose landed right in front of me. I kind of leaned over and I said, "Bastard's mouth." He said, "I'm trying." Right? A couple minutes later, he was in the same corner. He went up. In the corner, drinking his, like, you know, talking to me. Turns around, looks at me, and says, "That's one for you." Right across the face.
Oh, that's great.
I was like, "Holy shit!"
10+ years, 20+ years of high school and college, and that still happens to people. How times change, doesn't it?
Yeah, the more things change, the more they say the same.
Yeah, the more.
Just talked about Bailey getting squashed, and then Mickey basically getting squashed. Then comes, I believe, Dana.
Was it Dana or was it Emma? I can't even remember anymore.
Emma was just before
Sasha.
Dana.
Sasha. So Emma was the last one to get squashed.
Okay.
So it was Dana Brooke.
Yep, she got marked, which I'm actually kind of fine with because her
her skill set's kind of small.
Yeah. No offense to her, she's not exactly the best wrestler. I mean, she's good to have as a body to get squashed.
The difference between Dana Brooke and everybody else is that she has no physical presence, even though she looks tough.
Yeah.
Add that to her little ability of trying to deliver, probably because she's still green, or probably because she's just unable to connect with the crowd yet. She's just another body you can throw into the mix.
She's another carpenter right now.
Yeah, she's just creative's way of saying, "Oh, we need another body. Here you go, girls." And we throw Dana Brooke into the ring. Okay, you do you, and we're done. we're done.
Yeah, I mean, hell, everyone. Hey, the women's division needs the equivalent of a Kurt Hawkins, and that's what Dana is.
Oh God, what is his goddamn gimmick?
Early 2000s Chuck Norris meme.
Probably.
Really?
Probably. My name
Yeah.
is Chuck. My name is Kurt Hawkins, and I can kick. I can do a sidekick that can murder millions of people.
Yeah. Well, you guys remember that old like meme thing going around with like Chuck Norris facts, where it was like, that's pretty much what Kurt Hawkins is.
Chuck Norris is the
God.
man. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, that's pretty much what Kurt Hawkins is, because Vince is still 10 years behind the times.
Oh, we're just now figuring this out, are we?
It's either that it's either that he or they haven't figured it out yet, or just Vince is gonna Vince and just okay, this is what we're gonna do. Damn it, we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
Hey pal, you're gonna go out there and just get kicked in the nuts and like it.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, he's getting paid for at least $100,000 a year, so it's one of those things where it's like get kicked in the nuts, make $100,000 a year. Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. And Vince just goes, if you don't like it, then fuck you. That's why.
Yeah. Exactly.
Worst Vince impersonation ever, but I'll go with it.
Yeah.
That's better than most I've heard.
Yeah. It's better than probably anything I can do. I'm not even going to try.
Nah.
No, he's just got that voice that you can't duplicate. I mean,
It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to duplicate even a shred. At least we can duplicate the voice, not the madness behind the voice.
Oh yeah, no. Good Lord, I wouldn't even want to try to replicate the madness.
I mean, how long has he been there and just stays there? I have no idea.
I think he's been in WWE since like the 70s.
I think he Vince.
Oh, Vince, Jesus, he bought that. I believe he bought it in 78 or 79. I'm not sure because he bought it. He had a big balloon payment due when WrestleMania 1 first came out, and he put all his money into it, and it actually worked.
Yeah. So he's owned the WWE for about 40 years now. Good Lord.
Jesus. That long? Oh, God.
Isn't that a depressing thought?
It is.
I mean, people. I could buy the idea, the rumor that we got this week that Vince was unhappy, and the rumor last week that Triple H is unhappy about.
Yeah,
people are getting unhappy basically. So.
Yeah. It's weird though in that they're unhappy. Yet I thought this week of WWE programming was actually pretty decent.
Yeah, women's main events at all three main shows.
Yeah, and they were all real well. Two of them were really good. I have my issues with the Money in the Bank match, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Now on to Emma.
She got squashed too.
Everybody got squashed. They lasted 3 to 4 minutes in the
okay. Okay.
5 minutes time to run.
Yeah.
Wow. But okay, if you want to say about the Ultimate Squash, why did Bayley got out in the first match?
Because they have no idea what they're doing with her.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, sure. That's the general answer. What are they trying to do with Bayley 1 year plus from now? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
I mean, okay, she's the perennial babyface. She's kind of like Becky Lynch in a sense from on SmackDown. She's able to move her merch with the kids. She's able to connect with the kids, able to connect with the crowd, basically. And creative doesn't see that. She just, okay, this is the good girl.
The creative is looking at the demographic of 18 to 34 still.
Yep. They're looking at a demographic of 18 to 34-year-old men who, ironically enough, it seemed like she was doing pretty well with them down in NXT, too.
People were saying that, okay, each and every time people from the main people from NXT developmental got moved up to the main roster, they kind of managed to screw it over each and every single time. There's a few couple notable exceptions, but still I'm worried about the main development moving to main roster because that is an issue.
Yeah. It reminds me of the question Curtain Jerker asked a couple weeks ago. Would it be better if NXT was to act more like the main roster to get them ready for the main roster screw-ups, even if it would make the product in NXT worse?
Oh, please, no, 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 no. We don't.
It's
No, I
yeah.
don't want that. I don't want that. I want it to stay like it is. I mean, to me, you know, in the way Triple H is running it, it reminds me of back when I was a kid. Now, I'm 3 years old, so I've seen wrestling change.
Mhm.
I remember going to matches in Chicago when I was a kid. I remember going to matches in Chicago as a kid. What's going on here? Anyway, going to matches as a kid and seeing actual grappling going on.
Yeah.
Mhm. But I could see the point where where CJ is making, Curtain Jerker is making, because if you're already seeing that the product that the main roster is gonna treat you like that, it's better to be safe and just prepare yourself from going up there. But that would really mirror the company as someone who's not really giving a shit.
Yeah, I know. I honestly found the question he asked interesting, and I don't have the right answer to that. I don't really think there is a right answer to that because I think
There isn't.
Yeah.
There isn't a right answer because we all know that. Damn it, anyhow.
Yeah.
Man, more people with this headset today than I had on Sunday.
Oh goodness! If I mean, it's hard. It's a hard question to answer because on the good side, yes, we could see that. Okay, if we're eventually setting ourselves up for something like that, okay, fine. We'll just put you in this shitty situation. You make do with what you got, and if you connect, yay! If you don't connect, then fuck you. I can't do anything else.
Yeah, no shit.
But
Exactly.
But imagine this shitstorm from the WWE universe if that really happens.
Oh
Because
yeah.
Because
Can you say maybe 100,000?
Oh yeah. Losing 100K easy. Yeah, I know.
it's a total waste. Because yes, you can see that this is a publicly traded company, and Vince loves the money, but Vince kind of cheating. I'm not gonna blame. I'm not gonna put the blame solely on Vince or anything. It's just that from a company needs to be run with the man of the ship pointing the way, and the man of the ship right now currently is Vince.
He has
And
no idea where the hell he's going.
yeah, they have no idea where the hell's going, and he's actually shooting himself on the foot if he's losing these kind of potential buyouts, these kind of potential money makers. I
Yeah.
mean, if he just thinks about 10 years a bit further down the road, okay, that will be fine. But he's still stuck with the past that okay, we need to do this. I love this kind of stuff. He does open up, not too much. Currently, he does try and start opening up on any sort of open ideas on the current situation, on the current trend of things, but not by much.
Yeah. And when he does, it turns into a disaster, like that LeVar Ball segment.
Oh my god!
Please,
God. Up until now, I have no fucking idea what the point of that situation is.
The son made a complete ass of himself because
yeah.
not once or twice.
I mean, I watched this scene again because I can't really catch it, but I watched this segment again, and can I say that LeVar Ball is definitely one of the most cringe factor guys coming in from an entrance? Oh god! And I was like, if this is my dad, I'd be ashamed and just make a U-turn and just go back into the entrance.
Well, if you look at the background of that thing,
I mean, okay. All the stories about LeVar Ball treating his sons aside and just making an ass out of himself and his family aside, just that one segment makes me go, okay. And from okay to just speechless and then just, can I just move on right now?
Yeah, I will say this. I was like weirdly entertained in a way. I still have no idea what the hell any of that was. I still give.
Can I just say? Can I just say that it's kind of like you watching Final Deletion for the first time, and you just
Yes.
I still have no idea what I'm watching. It's entertaining, but where am I supposed to put this in?
Yeah, you have no idea what you're supposed to feel. I will say though, Miz did great in trying to save that train wreck of a segment.
Yeah. Yes, he made.
Yeah, he did.
The,
But
he
then
made
we got LeVar Ball doing his Superstar Billy Graham Kung Fu edition.
Oh, yeah, seriously, what was that? He takes off his shirt and starts doing. My God,
I don't know. He's wailing his hands like I'm doing magic. See this?
Seriously, I'm just like, this is amazing for all the wrong reasons.
And I applaud Miz for not cracking up because if I was,
he was struggling.
Yeah, he was about to corpse.
Yeah, he was just about to corpse.
Thank God for Dean Ambrose coming out when he did.
Yeah. Oh no, Vince probably saw him. He's like, "Oh my God, now."
But, yeah, I can see why. Because if you put it on an objective point of view, his son going so far as to use the N-word live on camera. Wow, total no.
LeVar talks about, I'm from the streets, my boys are from Keno Hills, they don't talk like that.
You can be a person on the street, but you can't be an educated person on the street. At least have the sense of intelligence, have the sense of courtesy or moderation to moderate yourself while you're on air.
The kid's only 16, but still,
The kid's only 16, but he's talking shit out of his ass. I mean, look at the father. I'm not going to look far. Look at the father.
That kid even have a chance.
The apple don't fall from the tree far.
It doesn't. I think it fell from the tree and just rolled off from the hill and just entered into a pile of shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the women's gauntlet match.
Yep. Mm-hmm. After Emma got murked, we had Sasha, who's coming off a really good week for her. She was at the BET Awards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did she win that?
Teen's Choice Award thing? I don't know.
No. She didn't.
Okay, I didn't know if she won that or not, but she's coming off of that, and she's also coming off the ratings top for 205 Live.
I think finally, kudos to Sasha for getting her shit together and getting good things. I just hope that this iteration of a run amounts to something rather than amounting to nothing.
And they went a good 22 minutes. That's where I was saying earlier about Nia can go.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. With that size that she has, for her to go 33 minutes total in that match.
Yeah, and I think it was a good ending to it too.
It was a good ending. It built Nia up, and it built Sasha up to be this big game slayer, bringing down Nia Jax. With the bank statement to be precise, and everything was okay.
It was a modified bank statement actually, because she actually started putting on her.
Yeah, it was a modified
back, and I was like, all of a sudden you see Nia Jax going down.
Because she wrenched. I think she elevated it. She wrenched in with a little more elevation in it, because I'm not gonna say the whole thing, but she probably has to work it because of Nia Jax's frame, because she's large. You have to do that.
Yeah, but it looks good, and now we get Sasha versus Alexa, which someone's gonna die.
That's gonna be a shoot fight.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, I love to say this a lot of times in the nightly, and as well as anyone who wants to listen, about Alexa and Sasha being kind of a shoot thing even before inside NXT. I mean, oh my God.
You look at them, you look at their eyes, and you can see the absolute disdain for one another.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like you put them in, say, Steve Austin and The Rock kind of situation.
Yeah.
Both of them are very good. both of them are great wrestlers, not very good, great legends, and they inside the ring they hate each other, and you buy it.
Yep.
I don't know how the friendship, how their friendship were off screen, but I do
Well,
know that.
I know this much. I know this much that Sasha has broken Alexa's nose at least twice.
Yeah, that's one.
That's fun.
That's one, and I do know that off screen Sasha is very very driven and very very like mean in a sense, to put it in polite terms, and kind of like a bitch in the most rudest of terms.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can see where Alexa's coming off from. Out of character, she is a sweetheart. She has her issues. She overcame her issues, and she's not gonna back down from anything. But then there's the match in NXT where Sasha slaps her crotch, and
Oh.
and I think that's
I remember that.
and I think that's
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah. It was in her glitter. It was in her fairy glitter face. Sorry, Swiss. And sorry, Swiss and Stars. Most of them hated that gimmick very much. I don't care. But when she slapped poor Alexa in between her legs, I mean, that's not wrestling. That's just you being a dick.
Yeah.
You're a dick.
Yeah.
It's with a whack and you just go straight fire, and oh my god. But yeah, you can, but from that scene, from that segment alone, from that last moment of the segment alone, you can totally buy that they are going to tear each other apart. They're going to put on a very good match. Hopefully it's going to be great, because again, it's another notch for the women's division for the title.
Yeah, it is. I mean, now the question is, whom do we think will win, or who do we think will win the title at Battleground? Because they're only, they're what, 5 weeks now?
They're 5 weeks up. Yeah, they're 5 weeks
But
up.
no, this is this is not Battleground. That's Raw. That's SmackDown for Battleground.
Yeah. Great balls of fire.
How dare you say that?
Humongous crush ball of Inferno.
Yes.
Yeah, seriously. I honestly think Alexa retains. I honestly get the feeling they're going to stretch this out till SummerSlam.
At least SummerSlam, yeah. Because losing this early, like 5 weeks, I think a month and a week for this.
No, it's 7 weeks, I think, isn't it? Sal?
Okay. No, Great Balls of Fire is on July 9th.
Yeah, next weekend.
Okay, so
And then we've got Battleground. What, 2 weeks later?
Yeah, which is for the SmackDown's women's title.
And then we're going to have the joint show of SummerSlam.
Yeah. So okay, so basically,
WrestleMania.
Okay, so basically in that kind of time frame, I think Alexa retains up until at least SummerSlam, where we could see where it's gonna go. I think this match is just to placate the Sasha Banks fans who want her to be back into the main title again.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of hard to argue that she shouldn't be challenging for her, considering her reactions and the fact that she's been getting all this mainstream attention.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, with all the mainstream attention, why not put the belt on her at flaming crotch, you know?
Yeah. See, I wouldn't be against it. It's just a lot of people seem to think, if you do it at a big pay-per-view like SummerSlam, it means more.
Yeah, that's the general statement going through, because in a show like SummerSlam, it will be more meaningful, more impactful, and probably, I think it's the sweetest time. Kind of like the perfect time to kind of transition the belt from someone to someone else. I mean, going from humongous crush balls of fire, that would be a little bit too early.
Yeah.
To me personally, in my opinion, it's a little bit too early.
Yeah. I can see why someone would want to do it earlier, though, mainly because it kind of feels like a little unnatural to always wait for the big ones. You know?
Because I'm trying to avoid a scenario where the title gets hot potatoed yet again.
Oh, so please no.
I mean, okay, that's an
that whole
issue.
Thing with Charlotte. That whole thing with Charlotte and Sasha was a crap, because in my personal opinion, now I'm, like I said, old school here.
Okay.
That cheapened the title.
Yeah. Okay.
It cheapens the title. Competition around, So you have Sasha with no, Charlotte's gonna have it.
Uh,
Sasha,
Yeah, I get your point.
your father and give her 16 championship reigns, so she can her dad for Christ's sake.
Yep. Doesn't she already have like 5?
No, I think she's got 3 or 4.
I know she had 1 Divas, and I think she has like 4, either
I think
3 or 4 women.
She's got 4. She got 4 as the women's champion,
and that 1 Divas.
Divas championship, and Sasha's got 3 as a women's champion. I mean,
Yeah.
that was ridiculous. They should have
Yeah.
Sasha and
Well, okay. As I think the memory serves is that she's the 4-time Raw Women's Champion.
Yeah.
Memory serves me correct, and she's the 1-time WWE Divas Championship. So that means she has 5 title reigns in the space of what?
16 months.
16. Okay. I guess. Okay. I guess in a sense, from an old school point of view, to me and I think to Sal as a whole, because we're from the current crop, times are changing because people are trying to get things faster, and I think Vince is trying. Vince took that. I think not Vince, but creative took that a little bit too literal. We need to make this fast because just we're going. Okay, first month we're going to go with this. Second month we're going to go with this. Probably because interest goes up, interest goes down. I think it's something like that. I can only speculate.
Yeah, I will say I get the old school point of view and that it does kind of seemingly cheapen the title. I will say, though, it was bringing in some really good numbers for the time, and people were really into it. So it's one of those things where it's like, I can see the old school argument. I'm not saying it's a bad argument, but it also worked.
Yeah, it also.
Yeah, I guess.
That's the how to say, that's the general exception to what that brought. It worked.
Yeah.
You want to say that long title reigns does work? It worked. Yeah. I mean, okay, I think the best example currently is probably CM Punk with his own line. It was his own title reign, about 400 plus days.
434 days. He would always.
Yeah, 434.
But that's been surpassed by us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But in a sense,
the next longest champion in
yeah, okay.
You've got Naomi and you've got Brock with the Universal title, but he hasn't defended it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but I can see where the old school point of view is, because the longer the title reign has been held, the more meaningful it is, the more special it becomes. I mean, that should be the case. But currently on our space of times and how we think right now, people are just okay. We need this fast. I like this person, and if this person doesn't really deliver, I'm going to move on to another person.
Yeah, I can see that, but what I'm getting at is not to cheapen the title.
Yeah.
It's getting to the point.
I mean, okay, personally, even I can see that
I can't stand it. I'm in a business that
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but so were we going to talk Women's Money in the Bank, or?
Yeah, let's go to Women's Money in the Bank from the Tuesday SmackDown. I had my TiVo screwed up, so I can't watch it. So you guys know more about it than I do. All I know is Carmelo won it again, and
okay. Do we want to touch the Women's Money in the Bank, or do we want to touch Lana versus Naomi yet again?
Let's just talk about Lana getting murked in like 5 seconds.
Which is, I said on the
okay.
Lana impressed me in that match with.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Props to Lana for actually bringing a decent amount of wrestling to the table. She's kind of like an upgrade to Eva Marie in a sense.
Well, yeah, but that's because Eva Marie was literally not that great, you know. I mean, I found the match boring personally, but it was nowhere near as bad as I was expecting it to be.
Yeah, okay. I already made my point on this, on both Eva's point of view and Talana's as well. She improved. As a little bit segue to Eva Marie. I can admit that she improved.
Yeah.
I can also admit that she hasn't improved by much.
No.
That's the only general issue I have with her. I don't mind her look. I could see why she was brought in as another face, but she's kind of like Nikki Bella in a sense when she's being billed like that. She's determined to show that she can wrestle, and she shows that she's determined that she can wrestle. Go into classes with Brian Kendrick, cool, fine. The only problem is her progress in about a year's time, and you're still shit.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, yeah, you know, that's where the similarities with Nikki Bella kind of ends right there,
Well,
you know.
Well,
Yeah.
we go. You know, you talk about Eva Marie. Okay, was her?
Yeah. I think she really wanted to be good. I think she really did try.
Yeah, which brings us to Lana. Lana is athletically a little more athletically capable than Eva Marie, and she
Yes.
can bring it. And she can bring it, which that's the only thing that I'm impressed about. She took the gimmick that she wanted, she puts it on the table, and she delivered.
Yeah. It's a shame that she's still not very good, though.
It's a shame that she's not very good, but I surprisingly I'm a little bit more. Surprisingly, I'm a little bit more looking forward into Lana's progress in SmackDown Live as one part of the women's roster.
Well, like it's been stated in the night before, she's got Rusev, you know, her husband, to help her along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that doesn't work, neither do. But
Yeah.
I do love one small thing that Naomi did on Tuesday, where she flat out defeated Lana, and she brushed her brushed her shoe in front of her face. Oh my god!
Yeah, no, Lana or Naomi's just like, yeah, no, I'm done with you.
Yeah, no, I'm done with you. I'm a fighting champ. This is how I fight.
Yeah,
You're not on my level. I mean, that's just perfect. I mean, if you want to talk about good progress, Naomi has been making steady progress in that kind of in that area.
Yeah, she has. I mean, she has improved so much in the last 12 months.
2 years. In the last 12 months, she's improved by leaps and bounds. Not impressively, but she's moving to the right direction.
I honestly think she's pretty good, but that's just me.
You just think she's good because her entrance glows.
Well, no, I mean, yes, she does. She has that glow entrance, but I also really like her. I like how she can do some high flying, and you know, I think she's pretty good. She's not my favorite by any means, and that would still be Becky, but you know, she's still a pretty damn good champ. You know,
you too, not you too, Sal, not you too.
No, don't get me wrong. I like Becky. I'm not one of these crazy people who say Becky needs the belt at all times. She's being buried if she doesn't have the belt.
That's not my argument at all. This isn't my argument at all. My
argument is with Becky Turner heel.
I've
been saying that. I mean, I've been saying that. You know, I'm sure she could pull it off better than most.
Of course she could. It's just the only issue is she's been showing some really good babyface fire lately.
Yeah, but the thing is, she still comes up short.
I know. Well, my only thing is, like, she's been really good as a babyface lately. Like, these past few weeks, especially, that she's really brought it all on. Like, you were to tell me Turner heel, like, a month ago, I'd be like, yeah, no, why not? She's not really doing anything. This past month, after the whole Carmella stuff, it's like,
I mean,
I think... Okay, who's going to be Carmella's next opponent? That's the question.
I was thinking Becky, based on how this feud has been playing out.
Yeah, because she's been nailed from behind with a chair by Carmella and
Ellsworth and his bull crap.
Yeah. I mean
the chinless fuck. Okay.
The chinless fuck. Oh, yeah, that's one way to put it.
Yeah, I think that's one way to put it. I mean, okay. I mean, okay, he's banned from the arena, but somehow manages to come in again even after he's banned from the arena. WWE creative, you want me to suspend my disbelief
well,
over
security,
that?
according to his latest tweet, security was eating nachos. That's how he stuck back in. They were stuffing in
Oh.
nachos.
WWE needs to get some new security. Seriously, that should be like the
Or
one guy they should be able to handle.
I mean, the one weakest guy that kind of like looks like the average Joe. You can't handle that guy. I mean,
seriously, I remember when they were taking him out of the building. I was posting in the daily. I said, "Hey, finally they have some guy they can handle," and somehow he gets back in. Seriously.
Note to Dan O'Brien: if you ever even listen to this kind of shit, please get your security down.
Yeah,
I mean, you did a wonderful job at barring him from ringside and barring him from the arena entirely. But at that critical moment, he's there.
yeah. Seriously, why didn't he send security down to get him when he was down there?
Yeah, but okay. All jokes aside about all of that, the match was great for what it was. I mean, the second Money in the
better than the damn pay-per-view match.
I'll say that. Sorry.
Okay. Second Money in the Bank ladder match in the span of just 1 week ish, I think.
Yeah. 9 days.
Yeah, okay. 1 week and a few days. I mean, it's unprecedented. You want the first. It's fine for what it was, but it's gonna be. I think, personally, in my opinion, the first women's Money in the Bank ladder match would be marred by the fact that a man picked up the belt and tossed it to Carmella. That's the only thing that would tarnish that kind of history. It's the first women's women's Money in the Bank. Perfect.
Yeah.
Cool. But I think this is WWE's way of saying, "Oh shit, we screwed up. Let's just redo this all over again," which is fine. I think it's a good move by both creative and WWE for making it. Just that I think a small part of me would say that if you do this earlier in the pay-per-view, I don't think we'd have an issue.
Yeah. No, I mean the whole. We wouldn't have been an issue if Ellsworth was banned from ringside. That should have been a stipulation from Jump Street.
Yeah, I mean,
there was going to be some kind of bullshit, dusty ending in that one. There was almost a repeat of the same thing, and that's what, like I said, that's what I'm hearing. I've seen some short clips on it. That's about all I've seen, and the big question I have is, why did Maddie and Charlotte wind up in the freaking seats?
I'm trying to remember how that happened. I don't remember that now.
I would love to listen to the thought process of both women whenever this kind of match comes along. Okay, I have the case up there. I have one of my opponents down on the floor, down on the mat. I want to nail her more rather than pick up the ladder.
Seriously, I want to hurt my opponent more than go for the case. I mean, I don't get that. I never get that when people do it. But as far as I thought of the match, I thought the finish was good. The match itself was a little lackluster for me, mainly because there was like no big spots at all.
I can see that. I agree.
Yeah.
Conservative route again, huh?
Yeah, I just feel like.
I mean, the match felt safe. Felt safe.
Yeah, it was a very safe match. I wonder if there wasn't many big spots because they couldn't get away with it on TV. Although even then, I doubt it.
It's either that, or they were trying to make do with what they have before they go to do WWE live in Singapore, both Singapore and Japan.
Well, you're trying to tell me MDS and they're trying to make a chicken salad out of chicken shit?
Yeah,
I'm making chicken salad out of chicken shit. So go ahead. You guys.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, I feel like you take the in-ring work of the first match and put it with the ending of the second, you get a really good match.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
That's true.
But
I
guess we didn't have the moonsault off the ladder by Charlotte.
Oh, that moonsault off the ladder. I don't think that would top off a natural selection of the top turnbuckle.
Ooh.
Imagine doing that off a damn ladder. That's just a scary thought.
Oh, that's another scary thought. I think that would be a good spot though. But all in all, I think the Money in the Bank, second Money in the Bank ladder match on SmackDown is good for what it was. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I was gonna finish better than the first. That's for damn sure.
that's
All right, moving on to NXT and the NXT
Oh
Women's
boy,
Championship
here we
match.
go.
Yeah.
The
Here we
last woman standing match.
Here we go.
My goddess, my Asuka, and that psychotic bitch insanity.
Someone died.
Yes.
Taker, serious note aside, I am so fascinated by why the hell are you so pissed off with the white chocolate cheesecake at Sports Entertainment? So much so that you're calling it in person.
I don't like white chocolate, first of all.
Okay. Is that on a food level or just you don't like it?
On a food level and how it looks. It just does not look right.
Okay. Point noted.
But, it was something that you heard me say, my goddess. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, Asuka.
Yes, you're in Japan, correct?
Yes.
So you understand the meaning.
Yes, I do.
I had to explain it to someone. It goes back to the dynasty ages of Japan, which ended in 1945, where the emperor or empress was considered a god on earth.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
Descendant from Amaterasu, if I remember correctly.
Yes. Basically, this is getting a little bit boring because the history is more steeped in mysticism and how to say supernatural side, because you have the god Amaterasu who dropped down to earth, created Susanoo and Tsukuyomi. Those two kind of things. I get the general gist because I know how you like. I know TM's love for Asuka goes way back.
Say it how I worship the freaking ground she walks on. Okay.
There you
I ain't
go.
going to deny the fact.
There you go.
You put up a damn gif of her. I'm on one knee where I'm at work. I'm on a knee and bowing before this woman. Literally.
Okay.
You and Eddie Mac would get along great, TM.
I would love to listen to that conversation about how they're gushing over Asuka. Both Eddie and Taker on a room together, just talking and saying all kinds of things for the haters about Asuka.
I could just imagine them going back and forth, like, and he's like, "Oh yeah, what about this spot?" And Taker's like, "Oh yeah, that was great. But what about this one?" And it's just like, "Oh yeah, that was amazing. But you can't forget this one."
The Asuka love fest.
Yeah, exactly.
Later on podcast, I'll talk to Eddie about it.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but this match was great.
This match was awesome. I loved it.
I mean, to me, of the three matches, this was the top one. I'm not gonna lie, and it's not because Asuka was in it. It was just because of the action in it.
It was because Asuka was in it.
Being piled up the floor.
Yeah, and then she gets power bombed by Nikki Cross. Still gets up. My God.
These two.
Asuka throwing Nikki Cross off the top rope into the pile of chairs.
Oh yeah, that too. And then the finish. My God.
I mean, I loved it for what it was. I mean, it's a wonderful. It's a very, very fast paced ride from start to finish.
Yep.
It's
28 minutes.
28 minutes. Yeah. It's a long match and it's physical.
Yeah.
And not just physical, it's hard hitting.
Yeah.
I mean, you put two talents who one who really can able to work strong style, hits hard, and the other who can absorb the impact and just dish it out back again.
Yep.
I mean, I especially loved it when the trash can was introduced. And
yes.
My God, that was a show.
The way Asuka was carrying it on her shoulder like a roller.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's like
her lap. She just carried out, tossed it in the ring, walked over the rim, and just slammed. I mean, literally slammed it down, and just kicked it.
I love it. I just loved it, especially at that time when she just puts it around Nikki and just kicks it.
Yeah.
I mean, that was so beautiful.
I also like the one spot where Nikki was on her knees asking Asuka to kick her, so she kicks her, and she's just like asking, "Come on, kick me again." Just remind me of that.
I love
Tommy. Yeah, remind me of
You know, I saw a comment about Nikki Cross being the women's version of Cactus Jack.
Yeah, I was thinking that Tommy Dreamer spot where he was getting cane.
I was thinking,
yeah, thank you, sir. May I have another?
Exactly.
Oh, the famous Singapore cane match.
Yeah, the Singapore
with Sandman.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. May I have another? I mean, it's going to be Nikki just speaking in Scottish accent. Thank you, madam. Would you like another?
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Asuka. Can I have another?
Yeah, exactly. And it was so damn good. I mean, like you said, Senju, it was so good because you're right. Like, Asuka is this destroyer goddess who kicks so much ass, and Nikki Cross is someone who can absorb insane amounts of punishment and dish it back out.
Yeah.
And so the story of the match was like, who was going to wear out first? Is Asuka going to overcome Nikki Cross and her ability to absorb damage, or is Nikki going to be able to tank it all?
Yeah, exactly. Because the story is basically like that. Who's gonna top off first? Who is gonna
run out of steam first?
Yes, exactly.
But the finish, I had, it looked like at first, and like I said, I heard
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, in this
in the morning, yesterday morning, and I came back in the night and I was like, my God.
Yeah, because you were
finished. You had to finish, and what was so great about the finish is
I mean, dude, we were just saying. I mean, Taker, we were just saying. I mean, just go watch it. I think this is the match where you just go watch it and just absorb everything for what it was, and then you can gush it out.
Yeah, I mean, I did watch it. So seeing Nikki Cross laying on the floor, after the match was over, and laughing.
I think that's the point where takers go, this bitch is crazy.
Yeah,
this bitch is insane.
Oh yeah, no, she's crazy, all right, and that's why I love her. I mean, my God,
she's crawled into my heart a little bit. That's like a Scottish bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but no, she was great. Asuka was great. I mean, the finish with the suplex through the table and Asuka just rolling off and barely getting up, that's a great finish because, at first I was a little disappointed that they didn't tie, but then I remembered the undefeated streak and I'm like, no, that's a good point. I'm fine with
That's a good point. Yeah, exactly. Because I would love to see a tie, but then again, if you're trying to build up Asuka being this unstoppable Goldberg-esque women machine, okay. Fine, it is what it was. But and I agree, the ending was so beautiful. Not just the spot, but Asuka screaming in Japanese.
Yeah.
Okay, when was the last time you actually hear Asuka screaming in Japanese for her last shot?
Not very often.
No, you don't. You don't.
The only instance where I can remember her screaming in Japanese was when she was making the contract signing with Nia Jax, I believe. Yeah. That was it. I think that was it. The only last time, but it adds so much to a layer where she's just, okay, this is my last straw. If this doesn't work, I don't know what's gonna work.
Yeah.
And both of them went to a table, and push comes to shove. You know what it is, the ending.
Yeah, I mean,
I think
Nikki Cross did not look weak in that match whatsoever. She came out strong. She finished strong. Yeah, she fell short. And we all know that wrestling is predetermined, and they try to suspend our belief. And they did a great job of doing that.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Hell, I had seen the taping results for this, and I'm like, and I knew who was going to win before I saw it, and I'm still watching. I'm like, are you serious? Holy crap! I was still surprised at the damn result, and I knew what the hell it was going to be.
I think if you knew actually the result predetermined by hand, and then you watch this, you're still gonna say, really? That's the ending? I wanted more. I think this is. I did. I think be perfect. I think it's the perfect match where a perfect match of the week where you just want more. You just want to see these two go at it again. I mean,
Yeah,
it's perfect.
Yeah,
It's
just put it on continuous loop until they run out of ideas for them.
seriously. No, seriously, these two were great. I mean, what else is there to say? But I want them to fight again.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Mhm.
We were talking earlier about NXT and Triple H. Before I started having all that trouble with my microphone.
Mhm.
We all know the historian that Triple H is.
Yeah.
How old school he is.
Yes, exactly.
This match, even though it was I call it is a gimmick match,
Mhm.
was something you would have seen when I was a kid. And between two gentlemen, between two guys, two men. And seeing it done by these women, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, shows the world that these women can do just as much as the men and sell it.
Yep.
I totally agree. I can see that because it shows that these two can go old school and put up a hard hitting wrestling match, as well as just slip in the occasional spots and the occasional high points and all that. I mean, I can see the allure of it is that you're getting these two women who can wrestle, who can carry both each other. One, like I said, one who hits hard, the other who takes the hits hard and can dish it out.
Yeah.
And it literally screams old school wrestling where you just put up a show. It's two people fighting in the ring. That's just it. But you slip in these nuances with the high spots, with the story, and with and you're at the edge of your seat. You're just gonna go, who's gonna come out top? Who's gonna win? And it's just perfect there. It's just right. It's just right. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. I mean, I call her the goddess. I call her my goddess, my empress. She is. I can't. I'm just worried. Yeah, I wanted to come to the main roster. I wanted to come to SmackDown Live because I believe that has the stronger women's division right now.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some she's not had. She's had Bailey. She's had the match with Nia Jax. She's had matches with Dana and with Alexa. She hasn't had matches with Becky Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
She hasn't had a match with Charlotte. She hasn't had a match with Naomi. I mean, there's three good matches for Asuka now.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind her going to SmackDown. I feel like they need her more. I feel like you said, the matchups are new and different. So I think that would be a good fit for her.
Yeah, for the week alone, the women's division in WWE made a lot of strides.
They were printing money all week.
Yeah, they were printing money all week.
Oh yeah,
The-
no, though.
Yeah, the worry that I have, I shared with Tate. What happens when both of these women, Nikki Cross and Asuka, cross into the main roster? What happens? That's a huge question mark on my end because I can't see them going out good. If they could build it just as they did in NXT, I'm into it.
Yeah.
If they don't, I'm worried because the track record for any talent from development crossing to the main roster currently isn't good.
No. Yeah, it really isn't. I mean, hopefully, you'd think they couldn't botch it up, but then you remember they botched Bailey, who we all said there was no way they could mess it up.
Well, they botched Becky too, if you think about it.
Yeah.
They kind of slightly botched Becky, but okay.
Yeah. I think Becky's fared better than Bailey, but that's not saying much at all, really.
They're not saying much, really.
Seriously, how did they mess up Bailey? We all said it. There's no way in hell they could mess it up. Even Vidance was saying that, and he's normally really skeptical about the main roster.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
Yeah.
Crossing, I think we're going to cross to just talking about the women's division in general because that's the big point this week. I can't really see. They're making good strides. I'm just scared that they will pull back and get back into. They're making 2 steps forward and then they make 3 steps back.
Yeah, that is the story with WWE lately, really, and they have been. I mean, that finish at the original Money in the Bank, the first one,
Mhm.
yeah, that was like 2 steps forwards and like 5 steps back.
Yeah, no
I
shit.
mean, yeah, no
I
shit.
mean,
Because in a sense, yes, they're going. I think the reaction is because they had so many negative comments, so many negative reactions to the finish in Money in the Bank. They had to do course correction.
yep,
And okay, I think in the sense they're just listening and go, okay, if we're doing course correction, at least we'll just put it out in the scene that we're elevating the women's division, which is a good thing.
yeah,
I want to see more of it,
yeah,
but judging from track records by the company,
we're not.
I I have a slim chance of seeing it happen again.
Yeah,
If it happens again, then good.
Yeah, yeah, that's the whole thing about it. I mean, if what's going to be good, though, we got a little bit of time left. We've been on this the woman. Let's talk a little bit because I know how big of a fan Sal is of the Miz, even though I can't stand him.
Okay.
One thing I'm missing with WWE is like WCW, the U.S. title of WCW and the Intercontinental title of WWE used to be the gateway to the WWE. Now it's just
yeah. I think Miz has been bringing back the Intercontinental title though. That thing was great on SmackDown last fall.
Yeah. And talking about segueing just a bit into the Intercontinental title and Miz as a whole, I mean, what he says is actually quite correct, even though you hate to admit it. What Miz
Yeah.
says in a kind of shoot style interview that he is the one who elevates the title more than Dean Ambrose does.
He's
I
right.
have to, even though I don't like it, I have to admit that he's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing with Miz. He's the perfect heel in the sense that, yes, and I feel like that's something that's been lost. I mean, I've seen a few posts on the site where people are saying, like, these heels make too much sense. And my thing is, like, well, heels are always supposed to make a little bit of sense, but they're warped but they have logic that's a bit over-warped, Like, they have a basis in reality. Yes, they'll make some good points, but they use it to their own means, and they're lying a little bit. And then when people say, like, oh, heels shouldn't make sense, I'm like, you know who's a heel who doesn't make sense? Bray Wyatt. He sucks.
He needs to go to the Undertaker school of being
Yes, seriously. He would be nothing but improved.
Yeah,
Yes.
true. I mean, okay, talk about a missed opportunity and a big shot at the foot.
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt has gone from being this wildly interesting character who really brings another kind of personality on the table to just another person who whenever he comes on screen, I say, he's gonna lose again, isn't he?
Yeah. I just mute the TV when he comes on now. My issue with him is that his rambling used to be somewhat interesting. Now it's like you say a million things and not one of them makes any sense or means anything.
Yeah, because he promises to crush you. He promises that don't reap what you sow. Don't call the devil down to your backyard. Like yada yada yada. And yet he loses.
Yeah,
he loses every. I have not seen. Well, he won the rivalry with Randy.
Okay.
The last feud he had with Randy wasn't a title match, but he won.
Oh God, that House of Horrors match.
Yes, the House of Horror, House of Laughing.
Yeah.
Okay.
That fridge got a bigger pop than either Randy or Bray.
Agreed.
Make the fridge strong, guys.
Yeah, hell, that fridge was awesome. I want Bad Fridge as my world champ over Brandy or Ray or Jinder. I will hinder that.
Oh, wait a minute now. You're going to talk about that man, Jinder?
I am hindering that man. He sucks.
You cannot hinder Jinder.
Yes, I can. My God.
It's my podcast, damn it. No, you can't.
Oh, fine. I mean, here's the thing with Jinder. God bless the guy. He tries his heart off. He seems like a nice guy who really does try and really does care.
Yeah.
He's just not very good.
He's gotten better, but he's not perfect yet. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah,
And we're never going to have one of those sons of bitches.
yeah. I just feel like the thing with Jinder is he's mid card talent being pushed into main card status. You know,
There's a reason behind it.
I know the reason. It doesn't make it any easier.
You have to accept the fact that sometimes businesses make decisions that you don't agree with.
Yes, look, I'm happy for Jinder. I'm happy for people who like Jinder. I'm not happy with all the people who ironically like Jinder on Twitter who are all like, yeah, this will get one over on the evil Smarks.
Well, do you remember, Sal, you were there the morning I predicted he was going to win and how much I got.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you were there the morning when I came in and I thumbed my nose at everybody and said, I fucking told you so.
Yeah, well, you didn't ironically like him. I'm mad at the people who ironically like him who only wanted him to win because, yeah, see, you evil Smarks, you want this, and this, you know.
I never did that.
You never did.
No, I came in, made my prediction, and boy, and then there was someone, just recently, there was a post about it. Again, someone made a comment about someone got ridiculed daily about it, and I kind of said, yeah, that was me. And I said, I've been sitting back eating my popcorn, watching everything.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, though. Like, there's all these people who suddenly like Jinder now that he's one who's like, yeah, that'll still show these Smarks. I'm like, you are on an internet site full of inside information. You are the very definition of a Smark. Who are you trying to get over on? Me or yourself?
Like I said, I called it, and nobody believed me.
Well, yeah. Well, I think it's because we didn't want to believe it.
Yeah, I think the general consensus is that they don't want Jinder because it's kind of like to them it's kind of like Vince pushing his agenda that he likes men with veins and big muscles and all that. But on another sense, they can't really see why Jinder is logically the obvious choice to being the SmackDown champion. SmackDown champion. Sorry, WWE champion. I mean, they're trying to start marketing in India because it's how I see things. Because I try to see the bigger picture, even though I say, why is Jinder being pushed? Even though I personally say why he's being pushed, because in a business standpoint, it's perfect. They're trying to break into the Indian market. Fine.
Yeah, TNA went in there and basically shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, I am worried for WWE though, mainly because in India they get the pay-per-views for free. So, you know, it is one of those things where it's like I wonder how viable the network itself will be, considering that fact. But you know, it is a huge market. They are hungry for wrestling, and they have a lot of disposable income. Like their middle class is surging right now. So,
and the thing too is that remember we've got the great Khali over there who has his own promotion.
Yeah,
and he can pipeline good ones from his school and promotion.
Yeah, you know,
I mean, it's a great deal for it all. I mean, you know.
Oh yeah. No, I agree. I get why they're doing it. It's just I wish Jinder was better. Is my main point because he's very limited in ring.
Because okay. Let's put it in this kind of situation. You have a guy, you have a talent who you fired, and then you call back, and then you immediately slot him into the main event picture, and you let him be the champion.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna take time for him to get used to.
Yeah, it's something to get used to.
Yeah, but he's selling the shit out of the modern day Maharaja.
Yeah, let's talk about how much of an oxymoron that is, considering the term Maharaja referred to the British ruling system hundreds of years ago, and now it's modern day. Okay,
are you saying that you're British?
Oh no, I'm not British. Well,
no, you're a Dago as far as I know.
Oh yeah, no, I'm a Dago, all right. Damn right I am.
There was no insult intended either.
Yeah, no, but like, well, no, the thing is, like that term, well, yes, the British use it, but it's actually co-opted from an older Indian term, Raj, which meant like king or prince, and referred to the kings and the rulers of like the small kingdoms all throughout India. Yeah. So this is like an old ass term from like hundreds of years ago. I don't think they have kings and princes anymore.
Yeah, they don't. unless WWE was trying to make things sound good, or just they wanted to avoid the term Sultan
Yeah,
in a sense. I mean, modern day Sultan, okay, it sucks. So let's just go with
yeah.
Maharaja. I
Oh
think
God,
it
the
sounds better.
Sultan, one of Rikishi's old gimmicks.
Oh
Oh
God.
God,
Last I
that's
checked, they didn't have sultans in Samoa.
oh
No,
my
they
God. I
don't.
don't think so. I think it's
No.
kings. I think Samoan has kings.
Yeah.
High
So
Chief.
yeah, high chiefs.
I
Yeah. Yeah. So not exactly. Just
but
whatever.
in a sense, I'm looking forward to seeing Jinder's transition to being main event from being just a mid carder. Just that he's progressing as slow as he could. I think he's still.
Yeah,
I
well,
personally, opinion wise, I think he's just. Oh, I can't believe I'm the champion. I can't even believe I'm the champion.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's a typical heel foreigner in WWE, which I don't like that stereotype.
Nope.
mhm.
He's got
I
his
was just
two
about to
lac-
ask. I was just yeah.
he's got his
I
two
was just
lackeys
about to ask that question.
going. He's got his two lackeys going, with the Sting
Mhm.
The Singh brothers are awesome. I will give them that.
Yeah, the single. But yeah, I was going to just start asking that kind of small question. Do you think that the gimmick where a foreigner really hates your country works in this kind of situation? Like still,
Doesn't work
mm,
for me. I'll say that much. I'm
don't
a
really
I
guy.
work.
mean,
It don't really work for me either. But the thing about it is, you look at the society and what's going on with current politics and everything else. It fits.
It's worked for
true
some
in a sense.
people. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it works.
I think that's going to be an issue going forward, and I don't think it's really been working lately. I think we've all kind of realized, like, hey, wait a minute, this isn't the 80s anymore. We're in the year 2017. For the love of God, let's stop doing this. And honestly, that's my biggest issue with gender. I mean, we're in 2017. We don't need a foreign heel. And not to mention, I'll say, like I said a couple weeks ago on my show,
What's the title, man?
oh, Fizzy's Wacky World of Wrestling. Check us out right after this. I'm gonna be, I'm podcasting a lot today. I'm flying right out of here to meet up with Fizz in a bit. But my
Yeah.
main issue is like, at least in the '80s, as stupid as it was to have an evil foreign Russian heel, you could at least make the small argument that the Russians were ostensibly an enemy of the U.S.
hmm
Like, I'm not defending it; it's still stupid, but there was at least some internal logic to it.
Well,
India,
there's some
though,
there. Yeah, I understand, Sal, but there is some internal logic involved with gender being some of the color. There's still a lot of issues in our country here, and you know this, of, of colored people in the United States.
oh no, I get that. Like our relationships with people of color aren't exactly the greatest. But my main thing is like, I didn't really think India or the U.S. were really enemies with each other. I thought we were more like neutral, if anything.
Right, right.
Like that's my main thing. It's like, yep, here's an evil foreign guy from India who's coming over to do this, and I'm like, India and the U.S. aren't at war. We've never been at war. We're ostensibly allies or at least neutral.
Yeah, we
I,
can't. I can't. I'm waiting for someone from East to come in and be made do some takeoff on that.
Oh God, last thing we need is another Muhammad Hassan.
oh,
Yes.
let's
Who was
let's.
not an Arab? He was actually Italian.
Yeah,
Yes, he is Italian.
yeah. Good job, Vince. But yeah.
I mean, I think opinion wise, the only thing that I could change for gender going forward is just ditch the foreigner who hates you kind of stick. And
Yep.
the foreigner who hates you stick is kind of old. No
Yep.
offense to the old school kind of style, but if you make him into kind of like a JBL esque character where he's rich and he just looks down on you because, well, technically speaking, he's already saying it himself. He's the modern day Maharaja. He's
Yeah.
gonna be stupidly rich. I don't know.
Yeah, he dresses up in fancy suits as he walks through the ring. Hell, just make him
And he even puts down a rug in the center of the ring just to bring out a promo. So
Yeah.
in a sense, you can see that in a sense you can see that okay. Make
Hell, they
him-
do that with his ring intro. For Christ's sake, you gotta.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
In the ring.
do a rich guy from India kind of shtick because not crossing history and the cultural denomination over there for a little bit. The rich is filthy rich over there, and the poor is just sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the only thing that I could suggest to change. Just throw the foreigner shtick, maybe add in a little bit of JBL kind of characterisms into there, where I'm the rich guy from India. I can do whatever I want. I have the money, and if money doesn't work, I'm this physical specimen that I am proud of. That kind of shtick.
Yeah, seriously. You could also make it. I mean, I hate the meta heat, but if you really wanted to get meta, go with the fact that, hey, yeah, look at this guy. He was a mid-carder up until now, but now he thinks he's hot shit.
I think
that'll work too.
I think that doesn't constitute as can heat. That can actually constitute as real heat in a sense.
Yeah, seriously. It's just like just move away from the foreign heel thing. It's the year 2017. For the love of God, we're beyond this. We should be better than this. You know? I mean,
okay, but let's get back to the Intercontinental and the U.S. titles. Like I said, back in the
good old days.
Yes, in the old days, the 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Those titles were basically the number one contenders to the. Let's make them that same thing. Not make them a title where someone that's moving to champion.
Yeah.
Is okay.
When we all remember Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
Warrior was the Intercontinental Champion, and he went against Hulk Hogan, who was WWF Champion at the time.
Agree. I think it can work. I mean, I think even WWE, who may not want to prop up TNA or Impact Wrestling, or I don't know what the name is now, because they did the same thing. They did a similar thing back then with the X Division title.
Yeah. When
Austin Aries cashed in, used the option C kind of storyline. I mean, it can work. It's just that I don't know why WWE haven't even thought of it, or if they actually thought of it, haven't really used it.
Yeah.
Well, they were using it, like I said before, and then all of a sudden this just dropped off, and it felt like a mid-card gatekeeper title.
Yeah, because again, it goes up to the point, but where what Taker says about how it demeans the title and belittles the title to just another title around your waist, which providing the rich history of both the Intercontinental and USA Championship doesn't really have to do that.
Yeah, I honestly kind of feel like, at the very least, if you're not going to make them like number one contenders, you need to make the belts mean a little more. I think Miz has done good in this regard. I think the Kevin Owens stuff has kind of gotten like a little shorted a little bit, mainly because of Money in the Bank. But it looks going forward, they might be doing like the U.S. Open title challenge again.
Yeah, but it's limited to someone from that town, and it's not working all that well.
Oh, no, I know. That was just a way to get heel heat. I'm thinking like AJ wins the belt and he brings that challenge back.
Yeah,
I could see that.
Which I honestly think would be good because it would make that title mean something again. Just go on and put some great matches on every week. That'll make a belt mean something.
Well, that's what John Cena was doing.
Yeah. Well, the reason
it made that belt worse something.
Yeah, and then he lost it to ADR, and it meant Jack again. But
yeah.
Oh, please, let's not get me on that Del Rio.
Yeah,
I think that's a story for another time.
Yeah,
because that's a long story, and I mean, there's a lot going on with even. I mean, the rumor. I think it just to cross a little bit into that kind of territory. The rumor that he and Paige are breaking up. I mean,
yeah.
Oh God.
I don't know if it's true or not. They've both refuted it, but if it is true, it wouldn't surprise me.
Well, it would be a smart move on her part, in my opinion.
Yeah. Like, I don't know what he's like personally. He doesn't seem like the best guy. You know, I mean, if she is happy with him, then, good for her.
Good for her.
Yeah. Misery loves company.
Yeah, but if she really isn't and she wants to get out, then, do what you want to do. I don't know their personal lives. And to be honest, it's Alberto Del Rio. I don't give a damn about his personal life.
I mean, if he's decent as a guy that he is, he should have stuck with his family rather than just divorcing him when the stories come out from press that he's in a relationship with Paige while he's still married.
Yeah, that's not exactly a great thing to do.
And And plus his antics on social media. I mean, my God.
Yeah.
If you
Who cares that he owns a goddamn restaurant in Texas? It's just going to pick up half the fucking profits and gets goes on Periscope next.
Yeah. He's just problematic in a sense. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like my time's just about up here. I don't know if you guys are, but I honestly have to get going to prepare for my show. So I just want to thank you guys for having me on.
Yeah, we thank you for filling in for us. You know, thank you for coming in on short notice. I was like, oh shit.
I was surprised that even you made it in, because I thought it would just be me and Taker shooting the breeze, and I came in a little bit later than usual because I had to do some errands.
Yeah, no.
In the middle of the night.
Yeah, no shit. It's after what?
It's after almost 1. It's 1.
I won't be asking what errands those were, but
no.
Yeah.
Let's just say it involves Con B stores. So yeah.
Oh, okay. No, okay, good. That's fine then.
That's
you
fine.
guys, yeah. Well, I want to thank you guys again for having me on. You guys are doing some great work, and I'll be looking forward to listening to you from now on. So,
I appreciate it, Sal. You know,
Yeah.
get the word out for us. You know,
Yeah.
we'll plug you in. You know, it's Busy's Wacky World of Wrestling. And it comes on. It starts at 1 p.m. Eastern.
Yep.
Central.
Yep. So about 20 minutes from now, and I'll see you guys later.
All right. Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, no problem.
No problem. Okay.
Hey.
So, yeah. So how many?
Hell of a
Hello.
hell of a show for the night or
Yeah,
for the day.
hell of a
Night
for the day.
day for me. We've been on almost. It's been closer. We're getting close to 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So, but now the discussion we can have is, you know, who comes up from NXT, tag team, male, female, and what will the main roster will do to them to botch them or make them something.
Well, okay. Just to answer, I think just to start off, how many more hours do we have left right now?
We got about 20 minutes left.
Okay, so let's more or less. Let's cut it short. To me personally, and I think you already heard this from me. I'm still kind of iffy about NXT talent moving to the main roster. Seeing that the current main roster products from developmental either fizzled out or didn't really work out. But in a sense, I would be agreeing, and I would love to see Asuka, one of the women. It's either Asuka or Nikki, because clearly both of them know their shit.
Yeah, and I think Ruby Riott is about ready too.
I think she needs a little bit more time, but yeah, judging from her own experiences and her own background from Shimmer and from Chikara and all that, she does well. She can move up. She can move up immediately if they wanted to do that. But okay, if they wanted to create, I think it's more that they wanted to develop the character of Ruby Riott a little bit more. In a sense, I can see. Yeah, that makes sense. But yes, I would if push comes to shove, I would love to see either Asuka or Nikki in the main roster, and hope to God that they do it well.
Well, the only thing I have with Asuka is let her come up as undefeated. Let her vacate the title in NXT.
I can see your point because
But if she goes, but one of the big reasons I say move her to SmackDown instead of Raw, because a lot of people say, why not put her on Raw? And you've heard me say this in the night before. They'll give her the Goldberg treatment on Raw.
Yeah.
She'll get a freaking stun gun, and that'll be the end of the street, which will be
I agree. I mean,
an absolute robbery of her what's going on.
I mean, yeah. If you don't want to market her as that, at least give her the Brock treatment or give her the Goldberg treatment. I mean, that makes sense. If you want Asuka to leave as the undefeated NXT champion, then all the better. I mean, that's perfect. That creates a character that is unstoppable. The women who kicks ass, takes names, doesn't give a shit. I don't give.
Right.
She gives all the order of I don't give a fuck what's happening around. I just want to kick people. I just want to break some bones and all that. So
I just want to break someone in half and,
Yeah.
and move on to the next one. Like
Yeah.
she has always said, who's left?
Yeah, she's in a funny sense of way, she's the version of Ryback when done perfectly. Feed her more. In a sense.
Yep.
And you owe people beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. That's my wife telling me she's going to lunch.
Ah, okay. Oh, perfect.
So
Perfect. You have about 15 or 10 minutes.
yeah, she's at work right now. She's going to catch as much of this as she can. She said on her lunch break. So.
Next, and your next point, from both the male talents and from the tag team, it's going to be a little bit tricky because I don't think that the talent in the men's division hasn't been properly vetted yet. If you want to make it transition to the main roster,
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, currently, Aleister Black is the best bet because he looks the most polished, even in a short amount of time. But,
well, then you can also bring up, if you want to talk about something interesting, bring up Sanity as a group.
Yeah, but
Eric Young, who's been in wrestling forever.
Mm-hmm.
He did a lot of stuff with TNA, and I think that's what they're most suspect about. But then again, you look at Samoa Joe,
Mm-hmm. I mean, okay, I totally agree. But here's the question: would you bring Sanity up as a unit, or would you bring Sanity up independently, outside from the unit?
That's a tough one. You could bring them up as a unit, and that's 3 men and a woman.
Mm-hmm. But
and if you look at the roster of women, I'm going back a little bit. I'm backtracking a little bit. You look at the roster. That's brands.
Yeah, I mean,
they got 26. They've got 26 women right now, or 29 women right now.
Yeah, but
across all 3 brands.
Across all 3 brands, they have almost 30, if you want to.
Yep.
Plus or minus.
Yep.
This.
Yeah, they could do a Royal Rumble with tag.
Exactly, and
we know that's coming.
Yeah, we know that's coming, and I agree because because even Becky was saying that it's going to come about 1 year or 2, give or take.
I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't happen in this coming one.
Yeah, probably. If it comes out in discussion, then yes, it's gonna be precedented. Plus, with the Mae Young Classic coming up, it's hard not to discuss the point that there would be a women's Royal Rumble s kind of match. And if it happens, I look forward to just seeing it. But yeah, getting back to your point of just bringing who up to the main roster, it's Sanity would be the closest bet, but I'm iffy on it on one reason and one reason alone. See the result for Bray Wyatt and his Wyatt family.
Yeah.
I mean,
that makes complete sense.
I mean, they're good as a unit, but it comes up to the main question that what makes a character a character? Like you bring both Eric Rowan and Luke Harper, 2 great workers, 2 completely dominant tag team when that happens. But what makes Eric Rowan tick? What makes Luke Harper tick? It's gonna cross down to eventually, yes, you're gonna cross them. You're gonna make them solo competitors. You're gonna make them singles competitors rather than make them a tag team. And judging from what WWE is currently doing, breaking up Enzo and Cass and Big Cass, yeah, they're gonna see each tag team, as a singles competitor. And for sanity's sake, I still haven't seen Killian Dane and Alexander Wolf pull out a little bit of personality to tell the crowd who they are and who they are. What makes Killian Dane Killian Dane? What makes Alexander Wolf Alexander Wolf? The only thing that we could see is practically from Eric Young and Nikki Cross, which brings up this whole thing whether you want to bring up Sanity as a team, so that Eric Young and Nikki Cross can basically prop up both Killian Dane and Dane and Wolf.
Yeah, I see your point.
Yeah.
I was seeing, you said Aleister Black would be a good one to bring up. What about Roderick Strong? Who's in
That's even trickier. Honestly, that's even trickier.
How about Bobby Roode?
Bobby Roode, I
Bobby
think.
Roode's ready.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like about his ass is he's trying to steal the Nature Boys gimmick.
Yeah, that's one thing about it, because I think with his age and experience, he could go. He could have gone. But on another level, on another point, I could see that I could see Bobby Roode being this sort of like gatekeeper of sorts to introducing people to the product that is NXT. And even so, if you want to drop the title off from Bobby Roode, who would you drop it to? That's the biggest question.
Yeah, and to be perfectly honest, I couldn't tell you, but I have an idea. We'll have him drop it to Roderick Strong.
True, but Roderick Strong hasn't been vetted properly enough. Aside from the awesome introduction about his character, which tells everything about his character, I still can't see Roderick Strong as a strong enough competitor yet.
Well, we got the Velveteen Dream too, but we know his name's Patrick.
I am still kind of iffy even after all these time with Patrick.
Yeah, doing the damn Prince Purple Rain again.
Oh my God! I mean,
I'm not sold on it. I'm not sold on it. And I don't think he's making chicken salad out of chicken shit with it right now. But
I think the proper term for him. I think the proper term for him would be he's trying to make chicken salad out of chicken salad, but he's not doing it very well. Because I think the character is interesting. It just hasn't connected yet. It just hasn't connected well enough to the crowd. And if that happens with the Full Sail crowd, I am really scared if they brought Patrick Clark to the main roster, which is terrible. Which is going to be terrible.
The gimmick he's got going right now just doesn't seem to work with Full Sail. If it's not working at Full Sail, it ain't going to work on the main roster.
Exactly, but
Full Sail, you die hard, old school, love wrestling for what it is. We know what it's about. On the main roster, you deal with gratification. Oh, I like him. Oh, I can't stand this bitch. What's his name?
But yeah,
we could take a look at it. We go all the way back to Roman Reigns. He's a face. No, he's a face. No, he's a heel. No, he's a back. They missed the golden opportunity to turn him full.
Man, yeah, I agree. I mean, in a sense, in one point, I could see that he's clearly enjoying himself. This is a character that he wanted to do, outside from his own kind of like shtick, where he's Patrick Clark. He's just a generic wrestler in NXT. So he created this kind of like alter ego persona character, which is the Velveteen Dream, and you could kind of see that he enjoyed it. He's enjoying himself making this character playing out this character, but I fear that it's going to be falling off to Adam Rose's character, where it's not going to click as well enough on the main roster as it should be in NXT. And if a character like Velveteen Dream doesn't connect to the FSU crowd in NXT, I am scared to even watch him debut on the main roster with that kind of character.
Yeah, because people are going to be like, what's this character about?
Yeah, because it brings up it basically brings up this whole point of what's your character about? How are you going to sell your character to the main roster crowd? And if you did sell it, would they stick to it or not stick to it? I mean, I don't know. I don't think they can get that character over on the main roster, to be perfectly honest with you. Well, okay. But to answer your question, probably Sanity as a team, if they wanted to bring men to the main roster. I would love to see Roderick Strong, but I would also love to see him bedded a little bit more inside NXT, inside developmental. Bobby Roode can go, but I could also see him as a gatekeeper of sorts to introduce the product and just work with newer talent, which we have currently in NXT. Yeah, like we got a lot of young talent in NXT, especially. Yeah, and in a sense, we can bring it up to kind of we can just toss it up to how we argue that how we always argue that Natalia is kind of like this old school elder statesman where she helps out people. I think that's how Bobby Roode is brought up.
Yeah. Okay. Talking about the men, there's one thing that hasn't come up, and that's Hideo Itami. Are they going to let him go in this contract? I mean, the man has been most of his time in NXT.
Mm-hmm. Sure, exactly, and he did make that one appearance in Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. I think it's
no. He was there at SummerSlam.
Yeah. Okay.
Finn Balor, Kevin Owens ladder match.
Mm-hmm. Yes. But
and that's when Asuka made her first appearance too.
Yeah, I mean he's been very, very unlucky with injuries, I think.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have the time to bed his character down in NXT. And
hell, he got his nose broke the other night.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to see Itami move up, in my opinion, because he didn't have the time to bed, he didn't have time to develop his character, and even if you fall back to his abilities, his history, his background back in New Japan, back in Japan, basically, or even back in ROH, I don't think that WWE wants to rely on that only alone. I mean, there's general exceptions like Shinsuke. Shinsuke is exceptional together to that rule. I mean,
I just don't like the gimmick they're running with him. The artist. Call him what he is. Call him what he is. The
King of Strong Style. Yes, I agree. I can't see him as the artist known as Shinsuke Nakamura, because that screams Prince everywhere.
Yep.
I mean, just call him as it is. Make him to this believable threat. He's this athlete from Japan who hits hard, who is charismatic as shit. He totally brings it to the table. I mean, even Steve Austin brought up this pretty perfectly, because it's more like just make him into who he is. He's the king of strong style. He can dish it out. He can just kick ass. And
he does. I mean, I have never seen someone hit. I mean, I've seen strong style matches back in the day, but I mean, not these times. I mean, that guy, he's stiff. He's really stiff with people.
Yeah, he really is, because he's brought up basically inside the environment that is NJPW and Japanese wrestling as a whole. And Japanese wrestling as a whole is really dedicated to hitting hard, showing that you really are giving a fight.
Yep.
Which is brilliant. I mean, but yeah, it's kind of hard. Like back to your point, it's kind of hard to see male talents move currently from NXT to the main roster. For women, for the women's division in NXT, it's a little bit easier, but it brings up another perfect question. If you bring up both Asuka or Nikki Cross up to the main roster, who would you want to put the belt on? Who would you want to put the belt on in NXT?
Perfectly honest, Ember Moon.
She
can carry the brand. She can carry it.
She can carry it, but
she can carry the NXT brand for women. She's strong enough. She's strong enough. I think she's strong enough to do it. If not her, then
yeah. If not her, agreed. Totally agree. If not her, then who else? Because I can't see anyone else other than Ember Moon do that. I mean,
we all know what one particular member of the Nightly wants.
Put it on Peyton.
Put it on Peyton. Hey, both of them. Cool women's champion. I'm like, no. That's not my kind friend. We've got to cut this off. I want to cut this off here real close.
All right, we're cutting this real close. Okay, but here's the fast one then for 5 minutes. Who would you bring up from NXT to main roster?
What, women or men or what?
Let's just say for all of them.
Okay, up from NXT, I would bring Nikki Cross. Cross and Asuka.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, one would wind up on Raw. And it was God, it was. I love her. I like her character. I like the way she
Okay.
Comparison to her, because she is like that.
Yeah.
Asuka would do better on SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Because there's matches that have not happened yet.
Mhm.
Um,
What about the?
I'd bring Rude.
Mhm.
And maybe Roderick Strong, like what you say, is not vetted enough yet, so I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And on the tag teams, there's one tag team that we didn't talk about. That's all his opinion, but I don't know if Bowery would want to come up to the main roster and work that kind of schedule.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be a story for another time because I don't know. It's going to be it's interesting because you have this people's singles match everywhere in NXT, but the tag team division in NXT is horrifically stale.
Yeah, it's stale and there's really nobody in it. There's no stories going on right now.
Yeah,
and on that note, sir, we have to go.
Yep. Okay.
And I'll see you next week, and hopefully,
Yeah.
Lopez will be here.
Hopefully,
he had some personal issues to take care of. I stated that.
Yeah.
Don't forget, people. Don't forget, folks. Right after us, this is like all of wrestling. Sal comes on.
Sal comes on later. Yes.
Yes. Thanks, Sal, for joining us. We, I thought I was going to have to go alone. I was terrified of that thought. And then it's nice to have done this with you, MBS. I look forward to more.
Yes,
I think we're going to get along just fine.
Yes, we are.
Based on our in-depth conversations that we had, our philosophical conversations we had. But on that note, see you guys next week.
See ya.
See you.
Hey.